All right, today we're weighing in on a pretty funny / serious / real bad topic, as Carisha would say. Real bad.
And the topic is terms and conditions. So not sure how many of you are in some type of relationship or even how long you've been in that relationship, but at some point in time, whether it be a situationship, but some point in time, especially in the very beginning, you're kind of trying to figure things out. You're trying to make the determination, what are we?
Yeah, exactly.
Where's this going? What do I mean to this person? Am I your boo? I'm your shorty? I'm your girl? You know, who am I to you?
Yeah. I mean, even in my relationship, like, it wasn't like we go together. It just was assumed. Like, we just transitioned into that.
It happened.
So, like, what are the terms and conditions? And we want to hear from you guys once we're done with this. But
it's a juicy one.
What are the terms and conditions of a relationship? Meaning, like, when do you know you go together? Like, T, what about you? When do you know that you go together?
I think when you have a conversation. So, for me personally, in my relationship, it was, we had a real talk about it. Like, and, look.
Go ahead, because I know that's why I'm asking you.
Because look, I'm someone's mama, so I try to keep it clean, sexy, and cute within reason. Here's the thing, like, and everyone's different, and
right.
I think that your special being down there is very special, and you should treat it like a very expensive jewelry box. Okay,
yeah,
that means not everyone gets to touch it, not everyone gets to look and go inside it.
Okay.
It's a special little jewelry box that sits on your beautiful dresser.
It's displayed.
And don't touch. And there's only a few that can touch. So if I'm showing you my jewelry, it's serious. It's
we
shit.
Go together real bad.
Okay, like, not everyone get to see mama's jewels.
Right,
okay?
Right.
So if I'm showing you what's inside the box, then it's serious.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
But there's a conversation. I don't just make the assumption that let me give up my jewels first and then try to backtrack and be like, oh, excuse me, Brother Muhammad, what does this mean to you? No. It's like, yo, bro, I see this is going you hot and have you coming over here touching and things.
Yeah.
And I guess that means you trying to
we go together.
Go see my jewelry box. I got all types of diamonds and things inside of that. Is that what you're trying to say? Okay, so when I show you my jewelry box, here's my expectations.
Right.
But not everyone, there's people who, I have friends who don't treat like a jewelry box. It's more like a revolving door. And when people are going in and out that revolving door, I don't know if you have expectations. It's just like, it opens and it closes as you wish. So I don't know. Everyone's different. I'm not judging.
I love it. I see, for me, I don't know. Like, I'm a vibey person. So I can vibe. It can feel like a relationship, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we're in a relationship. So
let's talk about that.
Okay.
It can feel like a relationship. What does it mean to feel like a relationship? Yeah.
Like, we're going on dates.
Okay. Do you kiss?
Yes.
Look, this is a real adult show.
This is true.
Okay, so we're not going to beat around the bush. We're going to skate between the lines. So you're dating. Are you having sex?
Yes.
Okay. So
kissing.
I was going to look.
And look, this is when I was younger, right? So that's why I think, like, again, if I vibe with somebody, which is not always, because it has to be like a mental connection in order for me to be involved with someone.
Yeah.
So
I know
a lot of vibey connections, and I use your word vibey because she called me vibey. She told me to sit my vibey ass down.
Listen, if you guys have not listened to that episode, which episode was that we were talking about?
It was when you bring someone else in your relationship.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Cheating. It was cheating.
Open relationships. Open relationships.
Yep,
okay,
that's what it was.
So please, if you haven't listened to it, go back and listen to open relationships, because I literally told Shea to sit her vibey ass down. Okay.
Anyway, so I told her, I got to catch a vibe first before we can even explore dating, whatever. We have to catch a vibe. So
vibes are important.
I would say when I was younger, it was a vibe thing. And sometimes people thought we went together and we didn't. And I also would catch a vibe and they didn't. So it was sometimes it was off and it wasn't something we talked about. But now, if you meet my family, my brother and my mom specifically, we go together real bad.
Yeah. And look, I also want to be clear too, because there are people who have situationships or they're just kicking it AKA they're smashing. They just have someone who come knock the door down and leave.
She's so raunchy. They smashing it. Like, why are you so aggressive?
I mean, everyone has their own terminology for it. Or okay, is this better? You are being intimate.
Yeah.
Okay. Intimacy, it's important.
But still, I gotta call you out. It's funny.
But listen, not everyone who decides to go down that route means that you're in a relationship. You can just be hanging, and that's your thing.
Yeah.
So, but I think what happens is where people get it misconstrued is just because you decide that you do want to have sex, that doesn't mean that you're that person's person.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that that person is going to take you seriously. That doesn't mean that you're going to be that person's only one in their life. So I think, again, everything starts with a conversation.
Yeah.
And you need to, if you're looking to be in something serious with that person, then that needs to be a conversation right up front.
Yeah.
Because people need to know what your expectations are so they're not making assumptions. And you also don't want to make your own assumptions come out looking like a true ass.
Yeah. And I think you have to verbalize, are we exclusive? I think that's where it starts. Like, are we exclusive to each other? Yeah. And when you establish that we're exclusive to each other, there's that now everything else should just flow. Yeah. And Nafis and I never established that, but there was a time where we were talking about like marriage and like we're gonna be like, so we started to talk about our future, but I also think so it may not be, are we exclusive, T? It may not be in that terms, but there's a lot of things that tell you that you're exclusive. Like
what?
Like him saying like, you're mine. You know what I mean? Like he will always be like, you're mine, you're mine, you're mine. Like, and I would like, well, you're mine. You know what I mean? And like, so kind of just like having those like ownership terminologies where it's like, we're each other's, and that's not a toxic thing, but just more of like, I'm not sharing you with anyone else. Yeah. And I think that's kind of
it's funny
what I have to establish.
I'm laughing in my head because Brother Muhammad and I went to this comedy show and a comedian was talking about his wife and was saying, because I think he was okay. He wasn't that great looking to me, but there were like women who were like whistling when he was like checking him out or whatever.
Like that.
Right, okay. And he was like, look, stop that shit. My wife is in this crowd and she got that certain level of crazy. You mess with her, she will beat that ass. So I like to think of me as like, so when you say you're mine, like, oh yeah, like we talked about this is serious. This is a shit shoot. Like I'm your person. I will not only fuck you up, okay? I would drag her ass up and down this block. So don't come messing with anything that belongs to me because I'm not sharing either.
That's hilarious.
Okay, I'll drag you.
Now
by your hair or other things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not violent. I believe that you should love one another and be kind and true. Next.
T, what? Hilarious.
Who am I?
Where do I even go after that? She will drag you. Yeah, I don't know.
After you get dragged, then now you learn your lesson. But now let's talk about. Stop looking at me like that.
Because I'm dying.
But no, what advice do you give to someone who wants to be serious, but they're not sure if the person that they're kicking it with wants to be serious?
Well, my motto is if you're ever confused, that's your answer. No. Oh. If you're confused about how somebody feels about you, like, that's your answer. Oh. You should never be confused.
Oh, so you're saying not even having a conversation. You're saying that if you're confused.
My thing is, it's an action. I can see it in your everyday action. Like Nafis, I was never confused. Never confused. Not for a second. From the moment
very clear
we were starting to head down that path, like very clear.
I love that.
These are the apartments I think you should live in. Here's the route you should go to work. It's easier. There's less traffic. Like, here is the grocery stores I think you would shop at based on the things we talked about. Like, everything was just very clear. Like, this man is really thinking about me when I don't realize it.
Yeah.
It was never a time when it was like, I wonder if he likes me. I wonder that is apparent.
You kind of knew that right up front.
Yeah. So if you're ever confused, you have your answer. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be confused because it should be very freaking clear.
Very clear. I love that you said that because rest in peace, my grandma. That was my girl, Nana.
Oh, Nana.
Shout out to Nana. But Nana used to say that when a man wants you, he makes it known, he makes it plain, he makes it clear.
Yeah.
there's no ambiguity there.
No.
There's nothing that you need to try to figure out. Like, I wonder if he likes me. Like, if he wants you, he will make it known to you.
Yeah.
You don't have to be asking yourself those questions because he's laid it out.
Yeah.
And if he hasn't done that, then I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. When I think about my childhood and I think about my dating experience from teenager to my 20s, there was a lot of times I was confused. Like, I mean, I really like him and like, you know, but he hasn't answered my call in like a week.
Oh, wow.
You know, or like,
you just don't know. Like,
we went on a date. I don't know when we're going to talk again. Or like, you know, you just always know.
Yeah.
Those are my answers.
Yeah.
Is when you ever don't know, when you're ever confused, it's not, the feeling is not mutual, or it's just not something that person's ready to commit to. And so, not saying that a lot of people that were in my life didn't love me. It's just it wasn't a time where it was mutually exclusive, where it was a time where, so now that I know what it's like, I can look back and say all those things it wasn't it didn't materialize. So
yeah.
that's kind of how I'm looking at it.
When you say the words, you know, I always say this, and I mean this a lot, that when someone says they love you or like you, like those are action words. Those are verbs.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
There needs to be some type of action and behavior that demonstrates what they're saying out their mouth. You can't say I love you, but then don't treat someone right. You can't say I love you without respect. You can't say I love you without making that person feel like they're special.
Yeah.
So when you use those words, there needs to be some type of immediate action that kind of goes along with that. So
and I think
as Shea said, look, if you're confused, then
that's your answer.
Sorry, not sorry. Run. No, I'm just kidding. Don't run. I don't
maybe not run.
Maybe not
but
run.
Like Nisa said in our last episode, make your exit plan.
There you go. Thanks, Nisa. Make your exit plan. And look, tippers, I'll say it again. I'll say it 1,000 times. We just appreciate you guys. Like, this has been such an amazing journey with Shea. You know, she has been my friend for a very long time. She's just like a sister to me. I don't have any sisters, but she's a sister that I always say she's a sister I never wanted, but I have her, so I'll take her. It is special that we share the same birthday, October 6th.
Yep.
But this has just been such an amazing journey, and I've just come out of the shell. I don't know who this girl is. Like, she started off as like a turtle with a freaking hard shell, and now it's just like I am like a free bird.
Yeah.
But I want you to learn more about our story and learn more about who we are. And the only way to do that is to check in. Listen to those episodes out there. There are over 60 episodes now. How freaking amazing is that? So if you haven't had the opportunity to check us out, please, wherever you get your podcast, go follow, go check us out, Tipping the Scales. And don't forget, we're on YouTube too.
Literally, all it takes is to open up let's go back. See the little purple symbol?
She's doing this. She's trying to do this for me.
Right?
But she's trying to be smart.
And then you go to Tipping the Scales, and then you press the little follow check right there.
Uh-huh.
And plethora of topics. So go check us out on Apple Podcasts, but also on YouTube. We got a 5-star rating, Spotify.
Yeah.
And also on Instagram at, I was going to say Title League, Tipping the Scales podcast by Title League.
Shout out Title League. We love you guys. Thank
Title
you
League.
for believing in us. Thank you for us doing this in-person episode. Yep. None of this would have happened without Title League. So shout out to Kirk and the gang and the crew, Trish and Peter and Morgan and everyone else. Hung. We love you guys and couldn't be here without you. We appreciate you more than you know.
And they travel all the way here from Canada.
Canadians in
Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Let's go, Canadians.
To come down to Philadelphia where this relationship all started. So we really appreciate you guys for listening. And let us know.
See you later.